After days of protests and pressure from across the political spectrum, Arizona's Governor Jan Brewer makes her decision and vetoes the controversial Religious Freedom Bill. That law would have allowed business owners to deny service based on their religious beliefs. So that is developing again today. As we say good morning, I'm Bill Hemmer, and welcome here to America's Newsroom. How you doing, Martha?
Good morning, Bill. So I'm Martha McCallum, and after meeting with both sides, Governor Brewer says that she thinks she made the right decision.
As with every proposal that reaches my desk, I give great concern and careful evaluation and deliberate consideration, and especially to Senate Bill 1062. I call them like I see them, despite the cheers or the boos from the crowd.
So now the day after Claudia Cowan's live in Phoenix with more from there. And good morning, Claudia.
Good morning, Bill. Governor Jan Brewer is being applauded by gay rights groups, roundly condemned by supporters of religious freedom. And today the governor faces a new challenge, quieting the emotional uproar over this controversial bill that has once again put Arizona in the national spotlight. Governor Brewer vetoed Senate Bill 1062 late yesterday after meeting with lawyers, citizens, and lawmakers, and in the end deciding that the measure was a divisive solution to a problem that didn't exist.
Senate Bill 1062 does not address a specific or present concern related to religious liberty in Arizona. I have not heard of one example in Arizona where a business owner's religious liberty has been violated.
Opponents called the measure state-sanctioned discrimination because it would have provided legal protection to business owners with strong religious beliefs who refuse to serve or to do business with certain customers. Not so, argued those on the other side, who called the measure a small change to an existing state law that already covers religious freedom. Supporters said over and over the bill would not create any new opportunities for discrimination, but would allow a business or individual to cite the law as a defense if they were sued for refusing to cooperate with people whose lifestyle they didn't condone on religious grounds. The Family Research Council, which supported the measure, said Brewer caved to cultural bullies. But the business community is relieved, as are some of Brewer's fellow Republicans, including several Senate members who helped get this measure passed in the state legislature, but then reversed course and called the whole thing a mistake. Bill, the governor's veto has left Arizona divided. The state legislature is divided and bruised as well. But I can tell you football fans are happy, Bill, because the NFL had threatened to pull out of having the Super Bowl here in Phoenix next year if this measure had become law.
Yeah, there was that threat. Thanks, Claudia Cowan, leading our coverage there today.
Now, before we get on with this, TJ, I want to read that article that you gave me because I think you want to discuss that in part two. So, guys, here's an article right here. I'm gonna go.
This article is by a detestable woman.
Yeah, Tammy Bruce. This was published on February 28th. She's actually, I believe, a Fox News contributor. And I quote here, "As a gay conservative woman, I supported Arizona's Religious Freedom Bill, which was just vetoed this week by Governor Jan Brewer. I supported it because it embodied the value every American citizen rights movement stood for. The freedom to live our lives without being punished for who we are. In this case, it was a bill making sure people of faith would not be forced to violate their religious beliefs in the event someone demanded they do so. The bill, like others across the country, was thought necessary because of emergence of business, large and small, being attacked by the gay left for either espousing Christian values or acting on the Christian or their Christian faith. Ranging from a bakery to a photographer, individuals were being sued for refusing to violate their religious beliefs."
Yeah, this is a gay conservative, which right off the bat you should be wary of. Should be wary of anybody who is so self-hating. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like being an atheist Republican. You're basically asking, you're supporting people that absolutely despise you and think that you should burn forever and that you deserve it simply because you don't believe the same shit they do. So keep that in mind. And she touches on the oh, it's religious freedom but basically all you're using religious freedom in order to discriminate. That religious freedom isn't being used to do anything else, certainly nothing productive. And they're turning around and basically saying, oh, we need to have the religious freedom to hate on other people, because bigots like to use their religion as an excuse to be bigots. Obviously, it makes it so much easier to be a bigot if you have the excuse of, oh well, God don't like you neither. Obviously, makes it quite easy to get away with that kind of shit.
Well, yeah.
I know you want to. I know you want to rant on this a little bit, so go ahead.
Okay, good, because this really made me mad. It's in my home state, and when they were doing this stuff, they're coming on the air. This is in direct response to what happened in New Mexico, and then they try to go on later. Well, no. It's not about discrimination. It's about protecting religious freedom. Well, I'm sorry, but the guy who originated it said this is in a direct response to the photographer. Or
the photographer or the cake one, it's one or the other, I forget.
Yeah. Baker cake.
Yeah, they're similar.
It's such a silly thing, but
some kind of wedding shit that, by the way, gay marriage is not legal
in Arizona.
So it's kind of pointless to say that you don't want to have to support gay weddings when there's no gay weddings in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get married if you're gay in Arizona. We don't recognize it if you're in Arizona. There's no way you can, and there's no discrimination law except for in Phoenix, Tucson, and Flagstaff. So,
but I mean, they could do the ceremony, but it doesn't really have any legal meaning.
But it's just it was despicable to me. I mean, they're trying to say, oh, our religion's under attack. It's the persecution complex that all Christians seem to have. Oh no, they can't. They're preventing us from discriminating, from using our protected belief system to discriminate.
Yeah, it's self-created persecution complex, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because it's really not
what
persecution.
When it goes from just Fox News doing this bullshit propaganda to politicians actually doing this crap. More. I mean, it used to be not so obvious, but now it's a lot more obvious.
Well, what I want to say here is, unfortunately, this is the next step in, what I would call it the Christian war against the LGBT. It is. This is how I'm looking at it. Like you said, they do love their self-created, persecution complex, even though they're the majority in this country. We got to look at that. Oh, we're so persecuted. Oh, God, we can't discriminate against the gays. Well, what are we going to do here? Well, this is what they figure. They figure, well, if we can't stop, or if they can't stop the gays from getting married, what they're going to do next is, well, let's discriminate against them even more so. Let's keep on discriminating against this demographic. Let's target the workplaces. Let's target them in public, which, of course, with the cake and, of course, the photographer. Let's create a new form of segregation.
Or the fact that they can't get married in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or that, exactly. So... And pass bills that support their Christian values. They don't care about a secular government. They don't give a shit anything about that. What it boils down to is religion is usually the problem when it comes to these human rights or governmental issues. And this is why I'm an activist. We want to progress our societies forward, not fall back to the 1600s when they used to burn people at the stake, witch burnings, all that shit. But hey, that's religion for you. They bring nothing new to the table. They bring nothing. Ever. It's the same old shit year after year. It's the same shit. They want to bring shit. What I want to say is they want to bring shit up we, as a society, did centuries ago. Christianity adds nothing new to the equation, like I just stated. We have to worry about the here and now. That's what it boils down to. And I want to bring this, it's not really an article.
They don't even add, they take away, they subtract.
Yeah, they subtract. Correct.
They say, if you don't allow me to discriminate, you're discriminating against me, and you need to be tolerant of my intolerance.
Correct.
And all that shit.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand that.
Yeah, it doesn't help society at all. It doesn't just not add to it. It takes away from it.
No, you're 100% correct. And you got anything, Paul? You were going to say or no?
Yeah, the thing that gets to me the most is you can't reason their belief in it. Like, well, no. I really have to have my religious freedom. You don't see that this is being a complete bigot?
Yeah.
No, it's just practicing my faith.
Yeah. In a secular country with a secular constitution, yeah, of course. But I want to bring up this article here that not an article, it's basically a statement. Which states the problem that's currently going on when it comes down to the LGBT and job opportunities and being discriminative against. This is from Human Rights Campaign, which is hrc.org, and they state the problem here. Qualified, hardworking Americans are denied job opportunities, fired, or otherwise discriminated against just because they are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, LGBT. There is no federal law that consistently protects LGBT individuals from employment discrimination. There are no laws in 29 states that explicitly prohibit discrimination based on sexual orientation, and in 33 states that do so based on gender identity. As a result, the LGBT people face serious discrimination in employment, including being fired, being denied a promotion, and experiencing harassment on the job. So I just want to put that out there, and I'll include that link in the description box. And I don't want to target a whole demographic here, but for the Christian fundamentalists out there, the Pat Robertsons and those types of people, I think it's going to be even more extreme interviews. They're going to get more extreme interviews.
Demographic to target?
No, not really. When you come down to it, no, you're right on that.
Who else out there like uniformly hates gay people like that?
No, you're 100% right.
Oh, I mean, well, a lot of people, all religion that is Abrahamic, right? But they're the ones that have the power to get shit done.
Yeah, exactly. You know, what it boils down to is we need discrimination laws statewide and federal-wise, too, also to protect our friends in the LGBT community. Work on and pass legislation on something that actually fucking happens, the discrimination against the LGBT community.
Jan Brewer's got more stupid than wrinkles, and that's saying something.